So far we have seen how to define a function and how to pass the parameters, right? So today we will see how to define a recursive function in my Python. Okay, any idea about recursive function? Uh-huh. Okay. So a function is said to be recursive function if within a function it gives a call to itself. Okay. So let's take an example of factorial. Okay. So if you want to find out the factorial of 5, if you find out the factorial of 5, okay. One way of doing it is using for loop. Okay. So how you will do it using for loop? So let's say this is my number. I'll say y number is greater than 5. I'll just multiply it with, let me take one variable. Right. So I'll add it inside my while loop. I'll multiply this. I'll initialize this factor into 1, and I'll multiply it by number, and then I decrement my number so that I can get multiplication 5 into 4 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, something I want to achieve. Right. I'm checking if number is greater than, I guess, 0. Right. So this is my without for loop. Okay. Now, but if you see for the factorial, if I want a factorial of 5, right, I can write this as 5 into 4 factorial, right? I can again break it down as 5 into 4 into 3 factorial, right? Again, I can write it down as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 factorial. I can say 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 factorial, and my 1 factorial is 1, right? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, and finally I'll get the result, right? So in short, I am giving again calling the same function as a different number, right? So if you see such kind of repetition, you can use your recursive function, right? Now, how to define a recursive function in a Python? Okay, let's say I'm calling a function as a fact. I'm passing number 5 to it, right? And it will give me a result back, a result of fact. Okay. Now let's write a definition for this. I'm saying def of fact. Again, I'll get a number here, right? Now I'll check if my number is equal to 1. Okay. Then my answer will be 1 only, right? Else, what you have to do, if number is 5, you have to do 5 into 4 factorial, right? So which means I'll say return number into fact of num minus 1. Okay, I'll just show you how it runs. Let me print result. Right. So how it is working? Okay. So I am saying, yeah, please. So I'm saying factorial of 5. Alright. So it's going in here, is checking if num equal to 5, 1 or not. It's not, right? In that case, I'm saying number into factorial of num minus 1, that is 4, right? That is, I want a factorial of 4 now. Now, again, this is a function call. So I'm calling a same function, right? This is nothing else. I'm just providing a simple function call, passing the argument, right? But I'm passing just a different argument, right? Now this time it will go function of 4. So this time 4 will be passed. It will check again if 4 equal to 1. No, right? It will again go to the else part and it will call 4 into factorial of 3, right? It will go again, it will do 3 into factorial of 2, right? Again it will go 2 into factorial of 1. Now once when I pass factorial of 1, it will go into this function and it will check if number equal to 1. Yes, it's number equal to 1. Return 1, right? Now this 1 will return to whom? So this 1 is returned to its caller. Now who is the caller? So this is the function from which I'm getting the call, right? Now this function will get answer as 1. Okay. Now here I'll complete the calculation first. That is 2 into 1, right? I'll get answer as 2. And this is again a return statement, right? I'm calling this again with the return statement. So this will be returned to its caller. Now who is the caller? So I'll get 2 here. That is the answer. Again it will evaluate here 6. Right? Now 6 will be returned to its caller. So I have a 6 here. So 6 into 4, I'll get 24 here. Right? Now this 24 is returned to its caller. So I'll get 24. Here it will be calculated as 150, and this is my final function call, right? Now this will be returned to my main function caller. So I'll get 120 in my result. Okay. So in my recursion, my return statements are extremely important, right? So if I miss this return statement, my functions call will be there, right? So let's assume I am not specifying this. Okay. So what will happen? You're calling the function. Yeah. Ultimately, when it returns 1, when will it will return 1 in the final call, right? Now this will be returned to its caller here, right? 1 is returned here. Now it will calculate 2 into 1, right? Now there is nothing getting returned by this function to its upper function, right? That's why it will say it will return none, right? Unsupported operand type for star, int, and null type. As there is nothing getting returned, so it's trying to multiply it with a null. That's why it's throwing an error. That's why whenever you're writing the recursive functions, it's important to check your return sequence. Okay, clear? But the syntax is very simple. So I'll just provide another function call inside my function. That's it. Okay. Yeah. So this is from my functions topic. Okay. We will move ahead one step and we'll start with my modules. Okay. Now, what is module? So my each Python file is a module form. Okay. So I can use this function from this module in another module. Okay. So far we have seen import math, right? So what we used to do, so we used to import math and we used to call this function as math.fsum or something, right? And we used to call these functions. So these are my functions defined in this math mode, right? And when I used to do help of math, it will show me all the functions available and the entire documentation, right? So same thing we will do. So let's consider I have function of factorial which returns me the result, right? Now this is defined in one file, that is func11, right? I'm writing a new file saving as mod file. Okay, now this should be in the same directory. Okay, first thing. So I defined it here. Now what I'm doing, I'm saying import, is it 11? Yeah. Okay. Now let's try to do help of this. Okay. So for now, it's just showing that func11 there is a recursive function there, and its function it's showing a factorial function. All right, nothing else. And this is just calculating the data. If this file is executed in the main file, what result you will get, right? So which means you have successfully imported your file. It's working. Now, how to give a call to this function? Okay, so same as we used to do in our math module, I'll just call a function. Fact is my name, right? But it's in a function 11, right? So I have to say func11 dot fact. Let's say call number as 10. Okay, I'm adding a print statement here. Okay, now let me run this. Alright, so I have printed the result. Okay, so this is giving me the factorial of 10, right? But if you see statement from a mod 5 file is something here, but I'm getting this extra 120, right? Now if you see this extra 120 is, I guess it is from this function 11 file, right? Let's confirm this if it's from here only. So I'm adding one print statement. Right? I'm adding a print statement here, I'm running it here, it's working, right? I'm going in this file, saving it, running it. Perfect. So I'm getting this from this file only. Okay. Now, why this is happening? Okay. If I'm importing, I will not be interested in this part, right? I want only the result of this, right? I do not want the results from another file, right? So the reason this is happening because when you add an import statement, okay, first my Python will execute this func11 as execute this entire program func11. Okay, so defaultly it will execute everything in this file which is in a global scope. Alright. Now if you see, I have this definition. Now my Python cannot execute this definition unless and until there is a function called, right? Now this will not get executed initially. Okay. Now it will start from execution from here. So to print the statement, it will consider, okay, now there is a function called, it will execute it, it will calculate the result and it will print the result form, right? So this is what happening when I'm calling this import func11. Okay. Once execution from that file is finished, it will start execution from here. Okay. But as I said, I do not want this. Okay. Now how to stop it? Okay. So if you do help of it, when I'm importing from the other module, when I'm importing that particular function in other module, the name if you see that is func11. It's the name itself, right? Now, if my program is executed as a standalone program, okay, my Python internally maintains one variable called underscore name. Okay. Now, what this will store? This will store the name of the module you are executing. What I mean by module is the Python file. Okay, each Python file is a module. Okay. Now my Python will maintain a name of a module in underscore name. All right. Now, if my file is executed as a standalone program, for this thing, it defaultly stores underscore main value. Just to signify that instead of giving the exact name of the module, it says this is the main module at the moment. This is getting executed as a standalone program. Okay, if you are executing as a standalone program. Okay, so in this case, if you're running this, my function 11 is a standalone program. But if I'm executing my mod 5, my these statements are standalone program, that is mod 5. Okay. Now execution of func11 will not be the main program. Okay, I can use the same logic to prevent this. Okay, what I'll do, I'll say if underscore underscore name equals okay, what I'm telling my Python, execute this set of statements only when this program is executed as a standalone program. Okay, because if I'm executing this module only, this should also work, right? One way is comment everything and work, right? But in that case, if I execute this file, I'll not get result, right? I'll get only function. Okay, what I want, this should also work, and when I import it from something else, it should give the result for that function, not everything else. Okay, so I'm coming up here, I'm executing it, I'm getting the answer, right? So this is working. Now I'm here running it. All right, let me just comment this out. Now you can see it will not execute that particular part of statement function 11. So in this case, it will not give a call to this factorial function, right? So it will just skip this part because it is not executed as a main function. Clear? Logic clear? Okay. Now let's build our own help function. Okay. Now if you see here, I do not have much information about this, right? So it's just a name it's storing. By default, it's showing the recursive function, that is my comment. That's why it's taking that value, right? It's showing the only function. Okay. Now let's add some meaningful information. Okay. Now, if you are writing any module, okay, so this is what it is showing at the moment, right? When you are executing any module, you will specify the triple quotes. Okay. So inside of this triple quotes, you will provide a description for this module. Okay. All right. Now I have added this string. So this you can add what is the purpose of your module, who is the author, when this was written, and everything. Okay. So you will just enclose that in a triple quote, and it will be a plain text. Okay. I'm saving it. Let's go at the top. Now it will show all the information against your name. Right? What is the main purpose of this module? Okay. So this is called as my doc string. Okay. So it will tell me what is this particular Python file is about. Okay. Now this is for my doc string, entire document. Okay. Now if you see the function, there is nothing. So it's just the function name for me, right? Now we can do the same thing for my functions also. So what I'll do, I'll go to the function. At the start, I'll add again triple quotes. Okay. And I'll say, okay, I'm saving it. Now this you can see, so below this function, it's adding that, okay, it takes an integer value as an argument and it returns a factorial of the number. Okay, so this is the way you can add some more information to your existing module, to your function. Okay, so this is a good practice. Always try to add some meaningful information for your function. Okay.
So can we call a number of functions on the
yeah. So you can add multiple functions and it will be displayed here. Okay. So the function which we have seen using for loop, right? I'll say fact. I'm saying W. Okay. That is fact using while. I'm calling a number again. Now I'll say factorial equals to 1. Alright. I'll say while number is greater than 0. Okay. Do factorial is equals to factorial into number and then decrement the number. We will say num minus equals 1. Okay. And in the end, return factorial. Right? I'm saving it. Here I'll give a call to fact w function. Let's pass a 6 as a value. Okay, this is working. I'm coming up here. If you see, it added this fact w. Now you can add a description for that also. So how many number of functions you have, it will be listed in here. Okay. Same is the case with your str or a math model, right? So it shows list of all the functions. So it's just a doc string written on top of your function before writing the actual code. The string which is written, it's displayed in your help part. Okay. Yeah. Now this thing we have seen, right? Underscore name. If you want to verify that, you can just print it. Print underscore name. Okay. So it will show that for this it's storing underscore main value. Okay. Now if you want a doc string, print underscore doc. Okay. So this will give me the whatever be the document string for that particular read. Okay. Now if you want help on a particular function, now if you are in the same function, you will just say underscore name dot that function name. Okay. Nothing. There's no attribute. So you have to specify the name of the model here. The model name is main at the moment, right? So this is to find out the factorial. So this is giving me this, but then it's giving me the name error also. What is happening? Can I try with the model name? Oops. So when I do, oh, my bad. Help of model name. Still no. Data to name. So this is working actually, but then it's showing the attribute error. Have I defined something else after this? No, right? All right. Okay. I'll see this why I'm getting this error. Okay. But here, if you want to do the same thing, you will just specify the module name. Okay. So this will give you the doc string of that particular. Okay. If you just do this, help of this, it will give you the entire documentation. Clear? All right. So one practice problem for you. So we have seen the range function, right? My range function will give me the range from integer value which I am specifying. Okay. Let's say I want a character range. Okay. I do not have any inbuilt function for it, right? So what I say, I want when I say get char, okay, and I pass the start point and the end point, okay, it should return me the list containing A, B, C, D until Z. Okay, this is what I require. Okay, I'll just tell you the required function to do this, and you guys will try to develop a logic for this. Okay, so I have a function called ORD. Okay, if I pass E, okay, so it gives me the integer equivalent ASCII value for that particular character. Okay, if I pass Z, this will give me the value for my set. Okay, now I have another function called char. Okay, it takes any number, okay, and it will give me the character for that. Okay, so I have a odd function which will give me the ASCII value, and I have a CHR inbuilt function. From the ASCII value, it will give me the character. Okay, so basically, what you have to do, I'll say A, let's say A to G. Okay, I'm passing the character, right? So you have to find out what is the ASCII value for this. You have to generate the integer values for that range, and in between you have to convert it again back to the character, and you have to add it to the list. Okay, now first finish this and then try to access this from another module.
So getChar is an input, or
So getChar will be my user defined function. I have to write this function which will accept the start character and the end character. Okay, so in this getChar, I'll writing the logic to get a list. So this will return me the result as a list. Okay, try this. So I'm saying get care of A to G. Okay. I will write a definition. I'm again passing as start point, comma, end point. So this will be a string, right? I'm taking one value here. Okay. So now I have this integer value for value 1 and value 2. Okay. What I'll do, I'll say for value in range. What will be my range? It will be value 1, comma, value 2 plus 1, right? And my endpoint will not be inclusive, right? So this is the condition. Let me take one list. Initially it will be blank. I'll say L dot append here character of value, right? And in the end, I'll just return the L here. Okay. Print. Okay. Yeah. So I'm passing this get char, right? I'm accepting that getting the integer equivalent of this using this odd function. Okay. Now I want entire range, so I'm creating a numeric range of this value 1 and value. This is an integer value, right? Now for each integer value which I am getting, I'm again converting to the character value and I'm adding to the list, and I am adding this to the thing. Okay. Now I guess you can convert it to the module, right? So you have to just say import mod 5 and you have to give call to this function, right? Okay. So we will stop here for today. Okay. From next class we will start with my file operations. Okay. You want to explain that? Okay. Sai Jensen, any queries in this?
Yeah, clear. I'm clear, Kunal.
All right, perfect. How about you, Sai?
I'm good.
Okay, perfect then. So try for doing this program using modules, okay? And then tomorrow we'll start with file operations, okay?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you, Kunal.